What is up, scent heads, smell beast, and frag freaks? It's your boy. My name is Mega Dave, and have you ever wondered what tobacco and cotton candy smell like? That's coming up next, and this is Eau So Fraiche. Yo, what is good, Fresh fam? For everybody returning, I want to say thank you so much for being a freshie. It really means a lot. And if this is your first time here, welcome. As I said before, my name's Mega Dave. This is my channel, Eau So Fraiche. I do reviews on fragrances that I absolutely love. And I hope that you love them too. If you do, give me 2 huge fresh thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoy the content. Also, think about subscribing. Really means a lot. And hitting me decent down on my notification bell. That lets you know when I'm uploading new content, because who knows, it could be your favorite fragrance that I review next. Today, as you got from my intro, tobacco and cotton candy. What in the hell are you talking about? Well, the fragrance that we got blends an awesome tobacco fragrance and one of the kings that smells like burnt cotton candy. You guys already seen the thumbnail and the title of the video, so definitely no surprise here. The fragrance that we got is Judea's Casino Royale. Now, this fragrance is a cross between Parfum de Marly's Herod and Mason Francis Kirkjohn's Baccarat Rue 540 Extrait. Now, for fans asking, no, this is not an attar version, but it is still very sexy. It still has all of the same exact formulation that the attar was, but now mixed with the Casino Royale formulation, which is mind-staggering. Anytime that you blend Casino Royale with anything in Dua, I swear that it can make it better, make it do flips. I tell people all the time that I consider the Casino Royale lineup being like an acrobat and kind of really makes things stand on their head and turns other notes out or turns them inside out that honestly wouldn't have smelled the way they do now when they're added with the different notes that are in here. But let me shut up and get to why you guys all came here and get to the scent breakdown. All right, I got my Judea's Casino Royale. It's pretty. And of course, my handy dandy fresh strip. We're gonna take this baby to paper. A big boy burst. For fans that have watched my King of Judea, know that I'm a super fan of the Judea already as it is, that tobacco and that wood, and this is no different. This opens up with a very sexy, masculine wood. It's spicy. A little bit sweet in here already too from some of that casino that's pulled up, but wood and spices, you got some cinnamon. Very nice, very alluring. I think definitely out of the gate, this comes off very masculine, but in a fantastic, sexy way. And as I said, already we got some of that tried and true casino that's there, lending a little bit of sweetness and really amping up the tobacco that's starting to creep in. As the wood comes down just a little bit, that tobacco comes up, and it already had a tinge of sweetness from the King of Judea. Now, just imagine that casino bringing its vanilla, bringing that caramelly type note into it. So imagine that sweetness backing up the wood and backing up the tobacco that's coming down as we get to the mid. As we do get to the mid, nice and sweet tobacco, a little bit earthy, very pleasant. Now we're starting to get a lot more of the casino, where in the beginning, you're getting a lot of wood, a lot of tobacco. Now, as always, these two start blending perfectly, and that casino is coming up. The almonds in here as well. It's got a nice bitterness to it, a little bit earthy, but that sweetness and that tobacco, though, really take this thing over the edge. And this is the predominant ride that takes it the rest of the way until you get to the base. When it is finally time to get to the base, because this actually has a very long-lasting mid, and the base especially go for a very long time. But when we get to the base, you have that classic burnt cotton candy here, but now it's tricked around, and Judea is doing a little bit of acrobatics because it's warmed that up just a little bit more. So that sweet vanilla that's in there and that burnt cotton candy has a very nice resin in here and a very surprisingly super sexy ambergris that's here. That's really shooting the alley-oop to lend very good Vifragra to this fragrance already when you already have the woods that are based in here and the ISO E Super and all these other things. Now you're just lending just a little bit more and making this thing just a sillage beast. Another note that really surprised me that I didn't think that I'd be able to pick up is a very nice clean vetiver. Now I'm thinking this is used to help balance out a little bit of the sweetness that comes from the Casino Royale and also the woodiness that could be very dominant if not put in right. So Sam over at Dua knows how to balance these things, and I think it's done so perfect. So it helps almost give a clean smell to the ambergris while keeping it, like I said, a little earthy, very nice, woody, sweet tobacco that we all wanted, we all needed, and now we have it. This blend was done phenomenal, straight out of the bottle. Some of these don't blend as well from the very beginning. We need time to macerate. This one, very good right out of the gate. At least to me, I think it has a very nice balance. I can't even wait few more weeks until this thing has fully done what it needs to be, and even better when it's ready for the season that it's actually designed for. Now, speaking of where to wear it, how to wear it, who can wear it, all of those questions that I get all the time. This one is a cool weather fragrance. There's no doubt about it. The woods, the tobacco, even Casino Royale, which by nature tends to be a little bit warmer of a fragrance with that resinous feel, is meant for cool weather. Fall, no problem. Winter is going to be a beast. This thing can sit on the skin. The sillage on this is much more impressive than the actual projection. So it's meant to sit there very thick with that base. I can definitely even see you pulling this off. If it gets a little cooler in the springtime, date nights, you're not gonna have an issue unless you're in extremely muggy conditions and it's 75 or 80 degrees, even at nighttime. But lounging around the house, this is gonna be beautiful. These woody notes really just sit on the skin, beautiful as you're watching stuff on TV, just cuddled back, kicked up. It's gonna smell really good, especially if you give it a little bit of time to breathe and those little ponies to gallop out just a little bit, and that strong first hour and a half push goes away. Then you're left with this good, thick bubble that sits there, smells amazing, manly, but also has some good sweetness now lended to it from this casino. And then I do think it goes a little bit masculine, but all bets are off when Casino Royale is put in this. The sweetness could definitely help push this over the edge, where if women smelled this prior and thought, oh, it's a little too thick on tobacco. Women that love tobacco and wood fragrances, but you also want that sweetness like a tobacco Vetiver, say, this doesn't smell like that, but it has a vibe of very nice, sweet tobacco. The wood is in there. It's dominant, okay? Ambergris is here, so it's a little earthy towards the base. So it is designed, I think, more for men, but I know a ton of women that love tobacco, and women especially love smelling tobacco on men. So this is a win-win. So women, if you don't love the smell on yourself, your man's going to love this, okay? This is very, very nice. This is masculinity to the next level, but with a nice twist of that sweetness that really just throws your mind for a loop because you're not expecting to smell that casino vibe with this tobacco and this wood that's in here. So an all-out win. Was so excited to get this fragrance, and now it's mine. It ain't going anywhere, and it's ready for the cold. Now, in terms of longevity, I'm gonna make this extremely clear and be honest and upfront. For people that have the King of Judea attar, that was an attar formulation. This is not attar oil, okay? It's not the same exact concentration. So it is gonna perform not as good as the attar, obviously, but still very, very good for me at least. 8.5 hours is what I'm getting on my skin right now. Hour and a half-ish good push with the sillage just lasting the entire ride and beyond what you could want. On your clothing, of course, it's going to last an extremely long time, but do not get this and think that you're going to get 24-hour performance, at least right now out of a brand new bottle. This is not an attar, okay? The oil concentration, just when I sprayed it, I know when I originally tested the King of Judea attar, oil on that was just so thick and so dense. It's still very solid, but this is more tried and true regular Duas, if you will, with the amount of oil that's in here, which is still far superior to any other fragrance from majority of niche and designer. So it's going to perform extremely well, but it is not going to be on that attar level. I'm just going to give that to you guys up front. But like I said, on me, 8.5-ish, hour and a half-ish good push, with the rest of the ride being that smooth, lightly sweetened tobacco and wood, okay? So it is a phenomenal ride, but wanted to get out of the way and tell you guys that. So to put this into a quick bubble, I'm gonna start doing these at the end of each video. A quick bubble. This is a sweet, woody tobacco fragrance that is perfect for the cool weather. Definitely leans to the more masculine side, but women could pull this off if they're already fans of tobacco and wood fragrances. But for this amazing Judea's Casino Royale, that's all I have. Till I come to you again, I want to thank you so much. I love you all. Continue to be blessed and stay fresh.